We're doing more Halloween hunting today. We are going Halloween hunting again. Of course, we're going back to HomeGoods because somehow HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls continue to put out new stuff every time I go there, and I have more than enough for a whole new video, and it's all new stuff I didn't show before, and honestly, I still feel like I've only showed like a third of all the stuff that HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls carry. I am also going to go to Burlington and Ross. They can be hit or miss for Halloween, but I think I found some really good and fun goodies, specifically into the horror genre, which of course is my favorite. I may have a life announcement, and I also want to discuss my DragonCon panel schedule. DragonCon is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yes, just 2 weeks away. I am so excited about that. I have 6 panels, and I will discuss what panels I am on, and if you're at DragonCon, I really hope that you'll come to see me. Now, if you don't care about all that stuff about me, I get it. You don't need to care about stuff that has to do with me. If you're just here for the shopping, then go to the timestamp listed right here. That's what I'm gonna put it right there. Don't fail me, Crystal. Don't fail me. Put the timestamp right there so you can just go to that timestamp and see all the shopping stuff and be happy. Yay! Remember in my last video where I mentioned I might want to get a cat? I really like Maine Coons. Well, hey Mavis, my beautiful Maine Coon, isn't she perfect? Say hi, Mavis. Hi, I'm Mavis. I'm amazing. A little bit more about Mavis. Her birthday is May 17th, but of course she is eternal. Her favorite colors are black, darkest black, and blood red. She likes midnight walks in cemeteries, overanalyzing horror films, and thunderstorms. Her dislikes include bright overhead lighting, people who say it's too early for Halloween, and those who take life too seriously. Her favorite movie is Pet Sematary. She tells people she's not everyone's cup of tea. She's more like a chalice of blood. That's my girl. So I've had her about 4 days now, and she's fabulous. She's wonderful. She's everything that I thought she would be and more, and I love her so much. Look at that face. She actually usually will like cuddle up right here, and it's just so sweet. She loves it. She's so sweet and precious. She is the kindest and sweetest and most gentle of kittens until food comes out, and then she's a predator, right? You're an absolute unit. DragonCon is practically here. I am so excited for it. I have other videos that explain more about what DragonCon is. It's a massive, amazing, wonderful cosplay genre convention. It takes place at 5 host hotels over Labor Day weekend. It's really 5 days though, which is amazing. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it's 5 days of just hanging around with some of the most fun, coolest people, seeing panels, so much shopping, good food, celebrities too, of course. This year I have 6 panels, and they are all in the horror genre, as a matter of fact, which I am very excited about. I say every year that these are my favorite panels, but I truly think that this year the horror track director freaking killed it. All of my panels are in the horror track, which means they're all gonna be in the Peachtree 1-2 Weston. That's where the horror track stuff happens. My first panel is on Friday at 7 p.m. and it is A24 and Beyond, the rise of art house horror. With its bold aesthetics, emotional resonance, and experimental storytelling, art house cinema is reshaping the way audiences think about horror. Join us as we unpack the exciting trends typified by studios such as A24 and Neon, which You all know I love A24 and I love neon too. So I'm very excited about this one. I think this one is going to be very fun. We have some amazing panelists that are also joining us. On Saturday, I have 3 panels. My first panel is at 1 p.m. and it is The Best of Blumhouse, the house that horror built. From shoestring budgets to box office gold, Blumhouse has redefined commercial horror filmmaking in the 21st century. Our panelists will weigh in with their favorite frights from the production company. I think this one's going to be great. I'm really interested to see how the panelists feel about Blumhouse. I know that opinions vary. Their films may range from spectacular to maybe you don't like it so much. I think that they have done so much for horror, and I truly appreciate them. Saturday at 4 p.m. I am moderating this one. Oh my God, are you ready? She's alive! The Bride of Frankenstein at 90. Director James Whale's Bride of Frankenstein turned 90 years old this year. We'll celebrate this milestone for the classic Universal Monsters film. I can't wait. I'm considering cosplaying, and I don't cosplay, and I haven't cosplayed at DragonCon ever, but I am considering cosplaying for this one. But you know, my hair was down to my bum, and I chopped it off. But when I did a Bride of Frankenstein shoot just a few years ago, I actually used my own hair, but now I can't do that. So I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit harder to do something. I'm considering it. Maybe I'll just do like a light cosplay. At 7 p.m. on Saturday, I have Eldritch Visions, the best Lovecraftian cinema. This panel will discuss the cinematic progeny of H.P. Lovecraft, from adaptations to films he influenced. Which movies capture cosmic dread the best? I know what my favorite films are. I'm going to keep that hush-hush till the panel, but Lovecraftian cosmic films are some of my favorite. Dagon, Color Out of Space, From Beyond, Reanimator. Hello, Stuart Gordon was primo for Lovecraft, but there's so much more, and I'm so excited to talk about it. And I feel like this panel could be very interesting because I feel like there's some really obscure choices that people may not have thought about that we could bring up and talk about during this panel. So, I mean, obviously, I'm totally a Cthulhu fan. I did hear that it's not pronounced Cthulhu, it's like Cthulhu. We're not supposed to be able to pronounce it with our human tongues anyway. So Cthulhu sounds great. My final 2 panels are on Sunday. The first is at 2:30, and I am moderating this one. Fright Night, 40th anniversary. You're so cool, Brewster. Yeah, I did that. Join our panelists for this 40th anniversary appreciation of the film that transposed Gothic vampirism to the suburbs. One of my very favorite vampire films of all time. It is near and dear to my heart because it's one of the reasons I fell in love with vampires. I mean, of course, there were other films that influenced that as well, but Fright Night, that club scene. We're gonna have fun in this one. My final panel is at 7 p.m. Wow, this is an amazing one. Lord of Illusions, the cinematic Clive Barker. Hellraiser, Nightbreed, and Lord of Illusions. Clive Barker's visions extend well beyond the printed page. Our panelists will dive into the filmography of this Renaissance man of the fantastic arts. There is so much to say about Clive Barker. I have to say that he was definitely one of the most influential people in my childhood. And I know that's really messed up to say because Hellraiser. I have a Nightbreed poster that he signed. I did get a chance to meet him once, and oh my gosh, I'm just such a fan of Clive Barker. I feel like he is such a visionary. He has such a way of exposing the human condition, and I just love him. I do feel like these are all topics that I truly love. Such wonderful, fun panels. I super duper can't wait. But now, what you really want is to do some Halloween hunting at HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, and Ross, right? Totally. That's really what you want to do. So let's do that. So let's get started with the Halloween shopping. We're headed back to HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. This is a massive version of the white wraiths that are popular right now that Cracker Barrel started. This one is huge. It is almost as tall as I am. So for $2.50, it seems expensive, but considering what's out there, it's not really that bad. I don't see many outdoor items at these stores, but when I do, I tend to like them, like this outdoor light post. There's also a smaller version you'll see later. These are the groundbreakers that you see everywhere. These are smaller, but they're also only 130, and they're made out of a fiberglass-like material, kind of feels like a cast. I didn't want to disturb a lot of their displays that they had, so I tried to show as much of this as I could. Quite large. It's very cute with the witch's hat as well. There was an abundance of barware this year. This wine chiller was particularly cool. I got a bit of sticker shock when I saw the price on these candles, but I have to admit, it is really, really big. I bet at night when these are all lit up, it looks pretty amazing. So maybe worth the cost. Or maybe not. I know how hot these were. They were everywhere. They're everywhere again in all different sizes. So if you want one, now's the time to get one. If you know anything about me, then you know that I love fog machines. What's close? A mister. And these misting cauldrons are very, very big for this price. I didn't get one. I'm probably going to regret it because I bet you they look amazing. I don't know if I'll ever be able to really justify one of these wooden-looking Jim Shore pieces, but they are very cute. Here's another rather large piece. It's basically the top half of that big one that you saw at the beginning. And of course, it's even cooler in black. And here's the smaller version of the lamppost, and it's also significantly cheaper. Aliens have been showing up more and more every Halloween, and this year is absolutely no exception. In fact, they're everywhere. These Martha Stewart witches are super nice. I know that these designs have been around for a few years, but these are definitely more affordable. I could not find a price on this anywhere. It did have a $47 to $60 number on the bottom written in it, and that's generally how they tell you or how they tell the associates what the price should be. So somewhere around there. They killed it this year with the candle holders. I love so many of these. I do love the ones that are sparkly. I like that for my dining room table. I like it when the lights are low and you've got a little glimmer. This candle is one of my favorites. They have a very similar one at Michael's, but this one is nicer looking and cheaper. I have way too many candles, and now with Miss Mavis, I probably won't be burning hardly any, but I do have candle warmers, and I love to use candle warmers because I love the smell without all of the smoke, which is perfect for me, and I love LED tapers and LED pillars, so I use those quite often, but I did purchase a couple of candles this year. One of them I apparently didn't record. It's the Vampire Lips, and it smells amazing. And of course, when I saw the horror movie VHS candle, I got it immediately. I grouped all of the Halloween kitchenware together because I feel like that makes sense. Plates, teapots, things of that nature, all the bakeware, cups, glasses, that sort of thing. And there was so much this year. And there is still so much. If you are looking for something, for plates or anything, I would say definitely go and get them so you can get the amount that you need. I did purchase plates this year, but I bought them online from TJ Maxx. I'll definitely do a haul video and show you everything that I purchased, which include those. They're ghosts and they're like a stoneware plate. They're actually pretty cool. I'm very happy with them. I do love all of these brie cheese bakers. I think they're absolutely awesome. I love the way they look. But funny enough, I cannot stand brie. It is my least favorite cheese. I do not like the taste at all. I clearly have a trashy palate, which is fine by me, but I still want one of these. What would I do with it? Well, not bake brie, that's for sure. But they're very cool. Of course, I already have a coffin butter dish. Otherwise, I would have absolutely purchased one of these that they have. What an amazing selection I saw this year. I do own these ramekins. Actually, someone broke one of mine from last year, so I went ahead and picked up another set just to be safe. These kitchen tongs are amazing. I love the size. They're nice and small because sometimes you just don't need the big ones. Maybe you just need something tiny like this. I did get these. Obviously, I had to with Mavis. I'm totally a cat person now. Obviously, some of this is just absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion. I love this cake platter. I didn't get it. I don't need it. I have too much. Look at this water pitcher and the matching mugs. There's plates that match it. Really, the designs are just lovely. I almost got this, even though I don't need any more Halloween or spooky bakeware, but I love that the top is also ceramic. Yeah, it's awesome. This was marked as a mixing bowl, but I don't see how it could be very functional as a mixing bowl. I think if you washed it too much, that oil slick would be gone. I'd use it more as a serving bowl. I love this Beetlejuice container. It comes with sour gummy bears, which I think is awesome. I really regret not getting one. It would make an awesome gift for any Beetlejuice fan. There was quite a bit of Johanna Parker items that were also out there to be found. I have quite a few of these. As I mentioned before, there's tons of barware, and what a better way to start out than cocktail recipes. I think this book is really awesome. It would be perfect for your spooky bar. I decided to put the paper and plasticware together and kind of separated from the rest of the kitchenware for obvious reasons. Even though I have nice dinnerware and I should use it at special occasions, especially like Thanksgiving, I do really enjoy getting these Halloween or spooky sets to use for Thanksgiving. I know off-season, don't care. It's my favorite. It makes me feel a little happy at Thanksgiving. I think these webs are my favorite. I know so many of you out there really love Hello Kitty, and just know that there is so much out there. You do not need to go to resellers and pay more. Just look around at your local HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls, and I'm sure you'll find something. Okay, I shouldn't, but I have to. I don't know what this table runner was that I saw. It is a black velvety type fabric table runner with two very unattractive spider pillows attached to each end. And quite frankly, I'm very befuddled. Apologies to anyone who purchased it. I can't say anything because I know I purchased some really ugly things like this guy and a few others from the Marmont collection. There is so much art and spooky Halloween witchy art out there. Did I get the Kiss Mona Lisa? Of course I did. Absolutely. Would you have left that in the store? No, I think not. Well, it's not the Martha Stewart ghost mirror, and it's not even close. But it is a bat holographic mirror. I will say, for a villain or a girl's room, this magic mirror is pretty amazing. Another fantastic item for your spooky Halloween bar. I know people are fawning all over this piece. Personally, in real life, I don't think it looks very attractive. It might look better up on the wall, though. I have way too many ghost pictures and items and things already up on my wall. It makes me wish I hadn't purchased them before this Halloween season, because I would have been able to purchase a lot of things much cheaper. During Halloween season, it's one of the best times to purchase photo frames for any gallery walls that you might have or you do. I have multiple gallery walls in my home, and I love them. So if I see something that I really like, I always pick up the frame, and I always wind up using them. I think I'm the only person that I know that loves these Anna Lee pieces. Granted, I generally only collect her Halloween or spooky pieces, but I love these little creepy critters. I think they are so cute. There's many, many, many mice, and most of them are dressed as witches. And then there's children, as you see the one dressed as an alligator, and a witch. She has elves. I absolutely love the collections. If you are not familiar with her pieces, each one is handmade and the faces are hand painted. So you can have a piece that is almost exactly the same, but could have a completely different face from one that's the same. It's wild. I think that's such a nice touch, and it makes each piece individual. Here's an example of the same piece, but two different faces. One has its mouth open with a little tooth, and one has a closed mouth grin. Here's another little face difference from store to store: a wide-mouthed toothy grin and smaller grins. If you remember my last video, I mentioned how weird the pricing was at these stores, and I will show you right now 2 pieces that are exactly the exact same SKU and everything, with a $2 price difference. So just be on the lookout for price differences. Honestly, a little surprised to see some spooky sunglasses in the stores. I wouldn't necessarily trust my eyes to them, but they are cute. I actually found a cake that I was tempted to get. I love the little bloody look and the eyeballs. Apparently, these pumpkin bats are still really hot. They are really cute. Apparently, this swinging ghost went viral. Did I get it? Of course I did. It's absolutely adorable. I see why people want it. There was another when I left the store, however. I feel like there's a lot of fun pieces this year. Of course, there's an overabundance of The Bride and Frankenstein's monster, but I'm never upset about that. But there are a lot of vintage-looking pieces. I was happy to see that there was plenty of pink, but I felt like there was enough of the traditional Halloween colors to still make me happy. And lots of spooky, scary astronauts, along with cute aliens as well. I love this witch. It looks like someone could have just made this at home with some twine. My favorite needlepoint pillow that I saw this year. I love Halloween anti-fatigue rugs for my kitchen. I buy them consistently so that I can replace them. I had some Johanna Parker ones, so I was definitely on the hunt for these this year. They had several at HomeGoods, but I tend to find an excellent selection at Burlington, which I'll show you later in the video. That cream rug would be perfect for your spooky bar again. I swear, they're telling everyone to make a spooky bar this year. I also found the Dancing Bride and Frankenstein's Monster, and of course I picked them up because they're adorably romantic. They're also a rather large piece. There are tons of headless horsemen to be found all over the stores. Don't pay more than retail. Just get your booty to a store. I have a very complicated relationship with Stitch. It all goes back to a ride. No big deal, but this blow mold is quite cute. I know I normally don't do the Halloween spooky pet section, but of course, this year I got Mavis, and so I had to check it all out. And I will say, there is so much Halloween stuff for pets. Now, granted, there is a massive selection for dogs and a much teenier, tinier section for the kittens or cats. But I did have fun looking at it all. There are some really cool toys for pets. They're quite spoiled. Honestly, I was a little overwhelmed with all of the Halloween pet items. Now it's time to check out Burlington's Halloween goodies. I will say, when Burlington hits, it hits well. A lot of the horror art that it had was absolutely awesome, and I really, really loved a lot of it. If you have a theater or a movie room that you want to decorate, I think that Burlington and Ross, which I'll show you later in the video, are two places to definitely head to. It's very affordable as well. Really surprised that I found so much Chucky, Friday the 13th, obviously Bride of Chucky, which is one of my personal favorites. Lots of It and It Chapter 2, tons of horror art. And these are large pieces for very, very low prices. It just proves that you can make your horror heart happy on a low budget. And if you have little ones, this Disney Halloween art is awesome. It lights up. I wasn't able to see it or show you, but I can imagine a little Halloween-hearted child would be ecstatic to get some of this. And we have these 3D Halloween spooky art sets where it's an applique on the glass and a separate background to give you that 3D appearance. I think these are so cute. Look at the little dressed up skeleton Mickey. And these designs are like an MDF on a separate background, which gives you a little bit of a 3D appearance. I really do love the colors of these. Such spooky Halloween colors. They even have a Friday the 13th rug. This was kind of thin, but for the price, really can't be beat. I fell in love with the black version of these. I bought two. I actually bought two of these to go under Mavis's litter boxes, and they're perfect. And here are the anti-fatigue rugs that I was talking about. I purchased several of these from Burlington, and they're a great quality. They're a little smaller than the ones that they carry at HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Marshall's, but these spooky designs are some of my favorites. I love the black background, ghost, and bats, and those bats have like a metallic finish to them, and they're precious. And look at all these licensed character ones. Probably bought too many of these rugs. Of course, I got the pumpkin and this set of 3 ghosts as well. Now, these are washable rugs, so they're quite thin, but they were really affordable and very cute. I didn't purchase any of them, and I'm probably going to regret that because with a pet, it's great to have washable rugs. This is, in fact, not the same as the other 3 ghosts in the pink, but it is just as cute. As with all the stores, they have a ton of the outdoor Halloween rugs. and a few bathroom rugs. If these things weren't absolutely disgusting, I would love to have them. They're the toilet seat covers with the toilet rug, like the one that goes up against the toilet. Yeah, cute idea, just so gross. Another thing that I always purchase every Halloween season from Burlington is their shower curtain liners. I replace these regularly because I think they get gross. So I buy multiples, and I love that they have spooky designs, and they're cheaper than you would get them anywhere else, even the boring plain designs. So I love that they have another little spooky element to it. Not only that, their shower curtains in general are super nice and very, very cute. So if you need a collection of shower curtains, I definitely think that Burlington is the place to go. Here's where we start the fabric shower curtains, and you'll see that Burlington has an excellent selection and excellent pricing when it comes to these as well. These were two of my favorites. I tend to go for the more plain. I like that they're black with a silver metallic print on it. If you have a Monster High bathroom, obviously, Draculaura, here you go. This is the perfect shower curtain for your bathroom. There's a ton of cute Halloween pillows at Burlington, lots of different styles and types. Many of them were actually 2-packs. This Chucky and Tiffany pillow was quite tempting, but the last thing that I need is another pillow. Burlington also has an amazing selection of Halloween blankets. It's actually the only place where I found $10 Halloween blankets this year. I can't believe I didn't get this Frankenstein's monster blanket. It was truly awesome, but nope, I left it in the store for one of you. This is the silliest blanket that I saw, and for some reason, I love this blanket. I love Dracula sunbathing. I'm probably going to regret not getting that one. And now for Ross. Ross is also hit or miss like Burlington, but when it hits well. Once again, we have a ton of amazing horror artwork. I love the simplicity of this Jason mask. It's so simple, it's a big piece, and super affordable. We have Bride of Chucky and a few choices. These are canvas wall art, but Chucky is a raised fabric. And Nightmare on Elm Street. I love that we get to see Freddy here. And of course, Dracula. There was so much horror artwork. Of course, multiple Chuckies, which we're used to seeing. I love these Pennywise pieces. This one's really unique. And this one is very similar to one we saw from Bloody Disgusting's Walmart collection. And this 3D effect piece from the Lost Boys. It is the glass with the printed teeth and then the background with them hanging from the bridge. And of course, I got this one. There's a few more versions. We have Friday the 13th with the same effect. And of course, it or Pennywise. And another Freddy to add to the mix. Ross also has an extensive collection of Halloween spooky art for children. Tons of Hello Kitty, some Peanuts, pretty much a similar selection to what you find at Burlington, just slightly different pieces, a lot more canvas pieces. I think as far as the children's selection goes, I think Burlington has a nicer selection, but some of the ones at Ross are pretty cool. Because I did love this Looney Tunes piece. Again, if you like to do a spooky gallery wall, then these are the places to get your picture frames. They had a ton of coffee mugs, but these two particularly caught my attention. I do participate in the Jeep Wrangler ducking, and I was very tempted to get these. I had been looking for bathroom hand towels for quite some time and finally decided on these vampire lids. Now, I know everyone is really interested in Frankenstein's monster and bride heads from Target, but personally, I way prefer these. They're so doofy looking, and I love them. This frog cauldron was nicer than it had any right to be for $27. Have you done any Halloween shopping yet? Did you see anything that you really want in this video? And are you going to Dragon Con? And if you are you gonna come by and say hi to me? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I really do hope that you have the most amazing day, my spooky darlings. I would like to say thank you so very, very, very much to my Patreon members. I appreciate the support and the love. Thank you so very, very, very much.